I love where I live. I spent every summer of my life coming out to my grandmother's house on Drew Lane in East Hampton. We always came over to the Georgica Association to play tennis. It was so much fun. It just seemed like this was a low-key way of life. I, as a child, just loved it. Fast forward many years, I got married, and my husband was a very, very good golfer. This is a golfer's heaven out here. So I said, if we're going to stay out here, there's this funny place in Wainscott called the Georgica Association. That's where I'd like my kids to grow up. So I had 6 kids, and what was so important about being on Georgica Pond raising kids was that they wanted to be here. It wasn't ever a hard sell. They just wanted to be home. They look forward to summers all year. We never have to go anyplace because everybody comes here, not only our kids, but neighbors. People just wander in here. It's a little bit like running a hotel. My husband and I work pretty hard. We're the gardeners, we're the cooks, but we have a very good time. You know, I think of all the crazy things my kids did. Sailing, kayaking, canoeing. I've had many, many, many dogs. Walking on the beach and having them swim in the pond has just been a huge part of my life. In 2012, in September, right after Labor Day, we were sitting on the porch having lunch like we always do, and I'm looking for one of the Jack Russells, don't find her. About 2 hours later, find her down on this beach, and she's in what's called neurotoxic shock. Absolutely cannot move. Her forepaws spread out. We have no idea what's happened. Take her to Riverhead, to the emergency facility there, and she fought for about 3 days, and she died. Rosie was a totally adorable character of a Jack Russell that we loved dearly. She wouldn't have been in Georgica Pond. She must have just gone down and licked her paws. The blue-green algae that she ingested, and which we later found traces of in her tissue, was toxic. So now we have Fido fence, underground fence, so they can't get to the pond. Basically, people can't come here with their dogs. It's a huge problem for friends, for our grandchildren, for our dogs that visit us. It's very difficult to keep dogs out of this pond. It was only last year, Professor Gobler from Stony Brook tested levels high enough that they closed the pond for animals and people to swim in. And that's when the world sort of woke up to what was going on in Georgica Pond. The bad news is that this year the macroalgae is much worse. What you're seeing on the top of the pond, of course, is the dead stuff. The pond was just covered with it. It was disgusting. It's like something prehistoric. It's so thick and it smells, but you just look at it and you know this cannot be healthy for this pond. Sheila Whittle and I organized a meeting last August that we asked people who lived on the pond to come to. It's been a kind of step-by-step process of trying to figure out how to get organized, what we can do. And she wrote a great email and sent it out, and I mean, within 4 days, we had raised $360,000. That's how we then decided we could fund his research. His research creates the data to scientifically explain what our problems are, which we've never had before. That we have a big problem, but the solutions exist. What's happened to the pond is, it's crushing. We all have to take responsibility for trying to make some sensible changes. Because our problems in Georgica Pond magnified throughout Suffolk County, throughout Long Island, the state of New York, and this country are now at a point we have to take them seriously. And therefore that gives me hope because we can't ignore them anymore. The results are just too dire. We have to address this, and therefore I think we will. There's no question Priscilla and I see this as a model of the combination of working public and private. How can we be helpful for other communities? Because this isn't just a problem in Georgica Pond. Clean water is one of the key foundations of living. My name is Annie Hall, and I've been lucky enough to raise my family on Georgica Pond for the last 32 years.